introduce to you our speaker this afternoon, none other than Dr. Elvie Ochoa. She finished her doctor's degree on Integrative Naturopathic Medicine, accredited in Ohio, USA in 2019. She finished also her master's degree in nursing from University of the Philippines, a certified nutritional consultant from Alberta, Canada, and a registered nurse both in California, USA, and the Philippines. She formerly worked in Dubai as a staff nurse in American Hospital in Dubai, a mom of 4 lovely girls, and a wife of Mr. Manny Ochoa of Mexican descent. So again, let's give this time to our speaker, Dr. Elvie Abanico Ochoa.
Good afternoon to all of you. Magandang hapon and maligayang Sabado. Feliz Sabado, Papi. And to the rest po, with everyone here from different countries. And I would like to thank you for having us here in Fujairah to share with you something that is timely, I believe. This topic is not so new to me because I'm dealing with so many different kinds of illnesses, and one of those is cancer. I have patients with cancer. I have seen how they were able to recover, those that followed, but those that didn't, they're sleeping now with the Lord. But what I mean is, this topic on cancer, as you know, this is October month, and this is well known for Cancer Week or Cancer Month. And this topic will be dealing with so many cancers. It will not cover only one, but it's a variety of cancer that could be dealt with nutrition. So before we start, is it okay for me to pray before we start this topic? Let's pray. Father in heaven, may you open the avenues of our mind to understand something that could be everywhere around us, but we don't truly understand how we can beat it. But we know that with your help, we could be able to understand it more fully as we discuss this matter with you in your presence. Be with all of us as we share our thoughts, our experiences, and most of all, if we have loved ones who's having and going through this, may there be a beam of hope after they have heard this message from you. And we ask this in the name of Jesus. Amen. What I'm here today is to tackle about how better nutrition can help fight cancer. As we can see, the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, made it a point that nature itself is the best physician. And he himself says that let thy food be your medicine and thy medicine be your food. This is the father of modern medicine, the medical doctors. And also in the naturopathic world, we are adhering also with what Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, does says about food as medicine. Now, all diseases begins in the stomach or in the gut. Hippocrates mentioned that. No? The reason why people are sick, 80% it's because of what they put into their bodies. 80%. Okay? 20% of that is the way we live, the lifestyle that we do. Now, nutrition has a very big role in cancer treatment. As you can see, I have an illustration here of a turtle. And the turtle on my right hand, on the right hand of the turtle, it was having a sniper gun. Okay? On the left, the turtle is holding a bomb. What can you see about the difference of nutritional and conventional treatment comparison in this kind of illustration? In nutrition, we are like doing a sniper gun. No? You become a sniper. We only deal with the problematic cells. That's how nutritional, in terms of naturopathic integrative medicine is. But with conventional, because the cells itself has a fast replicating type of cell. One of those is our hair, our skin, our mucous membrane, the buccal mucosa inside our mouth, are fast replicating cell. So with conventional, with chemotherapy, it is also being destroyed. Because with conventional, they are looking, the medicine is looking for fast replicating cells because that's the movement of cancer. They fast replicate, they multiply fast. And there's some in our body that does the same. The hair, the skin, and the buccal mucosa or the inner lining of the mouth. So with the conventional, they are throwing what? Bombs. Here and there. That's why when you're under conventional treatment, you lose hair. Right? You cannot eat because your mucous membrane or the buccal mucosa, the covering of the whole mouth, is injured or sore, and your skin becomes dry. So it's really very hard on the point of conventional. But with nutritional, you will not see any of those, but you need to have more sniper guns. And because of you putting a lot of nutrients inside your body, you're putting a lot of sniper guns inside of you that is handy for the immune system to use. Just think of that as a way of explaining nutritional and conventional treatment in its perspective. Now, as you can see, a healthy human body is self-regulating and self-repairing. In 365 days, you will have a new you. For example, the DNA renews itself every 6 months. The brain rebuilds itself every year. Our blood is renewed every 4 months. Our bone is built with new skeleton every 3 months. The liver renews itself every 6 weeks. The skin rebuilds itself every month. And the lining of the stomach rebuilds itself every 5 days. And you know, our blood renews it every 4 months. That's why we do blood tests every 3 or 4 months when we do complete blood count. Now, basically, you are what you eat. So every 28 days, your skin replaces itself. So your liver is 5 months, your bones, again, is less than 6 years. Every 2 to 6 years, you have a completely new body. Your body creates new cells from the food you eat, and you literally become what you eat. So you have the choice. In the case of nutritional remedy, you are creating a healthy terrain. This is the environment inside. It's repairing. You cannot see it yet from the outside that you're healing, but inside they are building. That's how it is. It is healing from within. That's why healing starts, where healing starts from within. That is the quote of Eden's Gate, Your healing is starting from the inside, going outside, and it exemplifies. That's how it is. Now, if you have a terrain like this, what do you invite? If you have a beautiful example, you have a house with a beautiful garden like this. Imagine this is inside your body. Beautiful. A lot are prospering because you're eating what is right. Okay? What are you inviting? You're inviting birds, right? You're inviting different kinds of insects to be in there. The same way with this body. You're inviting different kinds of microbiome. Have you heard about microbiome? The gut flora, that is very important in gut health, in immune system. Because without that, we could not be able to break down the food more easily without the help of the microbiome that lives in the small intestine. After the stomach, it goes down to the small intestine. So it's very important that we give a good bacteria the environment that they need, because we need them for our health as well. Okay? So, if you eat or you put so many garbages inside your body, guess who's you're inviting? The cockroach, the flies, and these are the bugs that is giving you diseases. So if these bugs, this is not the environment inside, they will not live in there. with the cancer, your body became a very good environment for them to multiply. So you choose. Do you want this kind of terrain inside? Or you want this kind to invite more diseases inside your body? Now, we need to modify and redefine our perspective. My husband was telling a while ago, how are we going to live our life here? Are you living to eat? Or you're eating to live? Those are two different things. When I asked my father about this, Dad, are you living to eat? Or you are eating to live? Definitely. Which one of you is saying that we are living to eat? Raise your hand. We are living to eat. Raise your hand. But who among us is because we're here, we eat. We eat to live. Who is eating to live? Yes, if you know your perspective, then that will modify how you look at food. Okay? You are eating at food as something to help you live, but you're not living for food. It's like to go everywhere and taste anything that is under the sun for you to experience. You're living to eat. But if you eat to live, it's a different thing. But I don't want to discourage that you should enjoy what you're eating as well. Because if not, then you don't want to live anymore. So you need to enjoy what you're eating. But the perspective is supposed to be, you eat. You eat to live. Okay? Now, there was a study that this is in February 2013, that vegetarian diets and the incidence of cancer in a lower risk population. As you can see here, in this study, when analyzing the association of a specific vegetarian dietary pattern, vegan diet showed a statistically significant protection for overall cancer incidence. There are some people who's telling, oh, go for ketogenic diet, high fat. Oh, go for this paleo diet, more meat than fiber. But still with the study, it was pointing that the vegetarian diet is far more protective in terms of cancer for a low risk population. Another thing, intensive lifestyle changes may affect the progression of prostate cancer. This is a study that was done telling that your lifestyle, in general, when you go through this study, that your lifestyle also determines what you're going to have. Especially if a cancer is running into your family. Have you heard about the genetics load the gun? It's from Dr. Murdoch from Loma Linda University. He said, genetics load the gun, but the lifestyle pulls the trigger. You have the gun, especially if you are running into a family like that. You have genes for that. Now, if your lifestyle opens that, opens that genes, then it will be shown. Can you choose your DNA, your genes? You cannot. You don't know what your grandparents is passing to your parents down to you. We have no control of that, but we have control of opening it because of our lifestyle. How do we live our life? Before when I was young, when I hear lifestyle, I remember because way back in my home country, there is a lifestyle magazine. So I thought it was something posh or something that is for the rich only. But if we're going to look, lifestyle means how do you eat? What do you eat? What time do you sleep? Do you move? What is your choices of things that you like to do in your life? That is lifestyle, the style of living. Okay? Like, is it your lifestyle to drink coffee first thing in the morning? Or is it your lifestyle to have some cup of lukewarm water or some herbal teas in the morning? That's a lifestyle. And that determines what's going to happen to you in the next 5 to 6 years. As you can see, in 6 years, you have a new body. So you're investing on your health now. And it's like you're putting something in the bank that you want to have an income, and you will see it in 6 years the same way with your body. What you have done today, it's what you have done 5, 10 years ago. And now you're having it. That's how it is. So it all boils down also with the way you live. That's what I'm telling a while ago. 80% is what you put in and 20% is how you live. Another thing, cancer incidence among Danish Seventh-day Adventists and Baptists. This is an interesting study, and this was in 2012. And it says here, lower cancer incidence were observed for both Seventh-day Adventists, men and women. And at the end, the differences were most pronounced for smoking-related cancers such as those of the buccal cavity and lung, that the result was observed that it has a major difference. Okay, that SDA has what? Lesser incidence. Because of what? The health message of what we have. Right? So it's up to you whether you live with it or you don't want to live with it. But that's how the studies, when somebody tells you, oh, do this, it will protect you from cancer. Take this, one pill, it will protect you. Please, don't buy that kind of marketing strategy because it is just marketing. There is no one size fits all and there is no one pill you'll have good health. It is what you have put in for the past how many years and now you're reaping it. Okay? So, you need to think of that. Check on that. Another study, effect of a low-fat, high-fiber diet and exercise program on breast cancer risk factor in vivo and tumor cell growth and apoptosis in vitro. I want to mention about this apoptosis. Normally a cell, you know that cancer is normal? Everyone has, even me. I have. But the thing is, when your body fails to recognize that there is an abnormal cell multiplying and replicating, then there's the problem. The immune system cannot see. That is where cancer comes in. But do everyone have division of cells? Yes, we do. That is normal. Sometimes you will have there are some women that they'll find that they have lumps before having their period. And they'll think they have cancer. No. It is just because of hormone. But it should be out on the 10th or 11th day from the start of the period. If it's persisting and it is getting big, it means it's not going through apoptosis. Apoptosis is cell death. They die by its own. As you can see, in 5 months. In 6 weeks, we have new liver. In 4 months, you have new red blood cell. Why? Because they are having an automation of cell death. That's how it is. That's why new cell comes in. The problem is if they don't die and they have more blood supply, that they create a big tumor or a big lump. Then you need to be alarmed because it's not normal anymore. Right? So at least you understand. But the effect of low fat, what is low fat and high fiber? That's plainly a plant-based diet. Because there is no fiber in meat. That is muscle fiber. It's not fiber. The backbone of the plant is fiber. And that is what you're using to sweep garbages in your small intestine. Do you clean your house with a broom? You do? Yes. And the intestine, do they have the capacity to clean themselves like how we sweep our houses? They don't. So, the fiber is the one that sweeps the lining of the stomach. Okay? So, they have seen that the effect of low fat, which is plant-based, and high fiber, and a diet exercise, and an exercise program on breast cancer has definitely put all the subjects to a lower incidence of magnifying their genes because only of having these things. And this is not something that is new. It's something that everyone has heard about. Okay? It's just a matter of doing something about it. Now, if you have cancer, let's say one of you or you know someone or any one of you have known that they have felt or they were diagnosed with cancer stages 1, 2, 3A, 3B, 4. Those are the stages of cancer. It just run through that. You'll start with stage 1. Then if you don't do anything, you'll go to stage 2. Then stage 3 has 2 parts, A and B. and 4 if it has been metastasized. So 1 is only on the localized, meaning if you have breast cancer, it's just on the breast. Stage 2, it goes to the other breast. Stage 3A, it goes to the lungs. Stage 3B, it goes now to the lungs and the liver. And stage 4, it is all over. It's in the brain, it's in the liver, it's in the lungs, it's in the kidney. That is why you have heard doctors, you're stage 4 or stage 3 if you watch something or you have a relative that is been diagnosed with cancer, they stage it. Actually, you know, brothers and sisters, when you do diagnosis in cancer, example, you have a lump and you say, I want to go to the doctor, and the surgeon will say, okay, we'll do biopsy. Because they will not be able to stage it until they see a piece of tissue coming out from either the breast, either the liver, or the lung. They need to get a piece of that tissue. And they will see from the microscope, how far is this? Is it in the lymph nodes? What is the look of that cell? Now you know it is. What are you going to do? So you are left helpless. Oh no, the doctor says, come over to the clinic, I'll tell you something. The result of your biopsy came out. And then they'll tell you, you have stage 3 liver cancer. What are the options that we have? The doctor says, okay, we'll go for chemo. But still they will have a disclaimer that we are not sure if that medicine will work for you, so we'll try. It's over like that. It's trying what is for you. Because even so, let's say in the treatment of liver or breast or anything, they have a standard protocol. And if that protocol doesn't give you any effect, the tumor is getting bigger, the tendencies for them is to make a concoction. They'll mix it with others. And the side effects, they'll look at you. And they'll know, the combination of this medicine is not going to be good. So you become like something that they can check with. Yes, it's like that. The power is now, either you take the power into your hands and you'll do something about it, or you'll give everything and make you powerless, whatever the doctor says. But I want you to be informed. This day, this hour, you will be informed. It's either you take it, or you'll just let somebody hold your health. So I don't know which one you want. Somebody's holding your health decision, or you're making an informed decision of what you want to do. Now, if you have cancer, every bite that you take has the potential to promote health in your body or promote disease depending on your choices. Now, I want you to see this. The first thing, if one or a friend of yours, or you found out you have stage 1, don't freak out. Just tell yourself, okay, the body just needs to heal. We have had a while ago that the nature has its own time to heal. It may take time. Sometimes you need to be pushed a bit, but most of the time it just needs some time. It will heal by itself. The first thing you need to do if you have cancer is you need to cut out any man-made and restaurant food if diagnosed with any levels of cancer, of any levels. Stage 1, stage 2, 3A, 3B, 4. Whatever stage, is stop man-made products, processed food, first thing. Don't go to a restaurant yet. Go home and I'll tell you what to do. The reason also that I want you to stay away with, okay, are the food with white sugar. Most of the time, patients with cancer are having insulin resistance or they have high blood sugar. And the sugar is the food of the cancer cell. Okay? In any form. In any form. Now, you want to have some sweetness in your food. There are some plant-based choices we can have. We can have stevia. Okay? We can have dates. Go for something that is not processed. The white sugar is severely processed. The real thing of the sugar is dark brown. It's like molasses. Have you seen a molasses? The dark black, that is the real sugar from sugar cane. But right now they process it to make it pleasing. They put white. They process it severely. So this is very chemical laden type of sugar. Another one is, white flour. Our flour now, when it is white, it is only fortified to have calcium back or magnesium back or fiber back, because they really they put enrichment because they have removed everything. Because the shelf life of a flour, if you have removed the bran, you have removed every particle there, it stands longer in the shelf. So what they do, they remove everything. There's no more nutrients on a white flour. That's why it's good that you get something that is whole wheat, unprocessed. Or you're the one who's going to have the grain and then just mill it and make a bread out of that. Okay? So white flour is another. And the third one, meat and dairy. You know, the combination of dairy and sugar is the worst thing of all. They produce mucus in the stomach, like you know, when you have colds. It's the stomach is having that, and that slurry thing is the one that the cancer cells would love to lick every time. That makes them big and strong. So the combination of dairy, anything from animals with sugar, is a very good concoction to increase more the tumor's sizes. Now the thing with meat, this is the thing. In meat, it promotes an increase in the size of cancer. It's because it has IGF-1, or the insulin growth factor, which is a growth hormone by the liver when you eat animal protein, and it is linked with cancer growth. So when you stop consuming animal products, your IGF-1 level in the blood will drop significantly. And where can you get that IGF-1? Only on animal-based meat. So methionine is another amino acid in meat and dairy that is a point of pointing to cancers like in the colon, ovary, melanoma, leukemia, and etc. So this methionine and IGF-1, together with the grilling that we're doing, and we're burning the meat, once it, when you grill the meat, it will have a smoke that goes like that to the meat. It covers the meat with that combination of fat and smoke, making the whole thing carcinogen. It could promote the growth of cancer. So this methionine is discovered in 1974, and is the highest source is found in animal foods. Milk, eggs, and red meat are twice the methionine. Chicken and eggs has 5 times methionine that promotes cancer growth. Vegetable, nuts, and grains are extremely very low. Okay? There is, but very low. It's not something that will produce any levels at all. It's innate. It's innate in the vegetables, nuts, and grain. But fruits has no methionine. That's why there should be levels on it. And a variety of diet is better than just sticking on one. Like if you're eating meat, like 3-5 times in a day, you need to think about that. And you're having lumps, you're having something that is not extraordinary. Like before, you tend to cook every day, and now you're not cooking every day, you're cooking once a week. There's something wrong. If it's something that doesn't exist to you before, you need to be alarmed and say, what's happening? There is something. So think of that, check what you're doing, check what you're eating, and that will solve what is that confusion you have. Okay? Next. Anti-cancer diet has 2 main objectives. Number 1, you eliminate all foods that may be a burden to the body that promotes cancer. It could be processed, man-made food, and animal food. And number 2, overdosing of nutrients that will support the body to regenerate, detoxify, and heal. So, how can we overdose a nutrient? And that is through juicing. I know there is a lot of controversy in juicing. They said, oh, the doctor says it's better that you do the juicing. It's better that you have smoothie than juicing. In different cases, yes. But with cancer, the thing is, we want the body to rest and focus on repair than digesting. That's the concept, huh? So you will understand. When you want to lose weight, don't juice. Smoothie is the best. Why? You're putting fiber in your food, and that makes you full longer, right? But with juices, you tend to rest the stomach and let the body concentrate on repairing, because the body is not able to repair when you are awake. They will repair when you're sleeping. And then you're not sleeping because you are burning the midnight oil in order to finish what you need to finish on your work or whatever deadlines you have, and you're not having a time to sleep, then you're not repairing. And then the body just continue on digesting. Why? Because when you're awake, you tend to eat. You tend to get hungry. So you're there, even that's the time for them to hold on. We're going to repair and wipe and put the DNA strands together. They are, oh no, there's food in the stomach. It's already 1 in the morning. And we still have food to digest. So with cancer, we're eliminating the point of digestion. We are in the repair. Because once the fluid goes into the stomach and it's liquid, it will not hold it to the stomach for 4 hours. It will go down to the small intestine to be absorbed or repaired. So, at least you can see also the need of getting something that is, you might be asking, so what's the kind of juicer that is better? I would go for masticating type of juicer. You know, before the juicer in the past was when you put, there's a big sound like whoosh, whoosh. Have you seen that? That kind of juicer like about 7-8 years ago? But now the juicer is slow masticating, the one that goes around like this, and it goes to the other side, the pulp is dry, and the juice is full. It's not like with air. Have you compared the centrifugal juicers before? We're talking about cancer, huh? Sorry, so I'm discussing about the juicer because it's important what juicer you're choosing. As I was telling you, if you're not going to make an investment now into your health, you will not be able to reap any benefit on that. So one of the investments is to have a good juicer, especially if you're diagnosed with this kind of health challenge, cancer. Okay? Now, another point that I want to tell you, so at least you have an understanding, I will be overdosing with nutrients. You need to overdose the kind of vegetables that your body needs in order to heal. I'll be discussing that before we go to the ingredients of the juices. Okay, let me go through first. Number 1 is cruciferous vegetables. What are these? This is the arugula, the bok choy, broccoli rape, horseradish, kale. So these are the things. The point is you should be having this on a daily basis. Why? Cruciferous vegetables is rich in vitamin C, E, K, folate, mineral, and fiber. The phytonutrient that is in there is glucosinates and indole-3-carbinol and sulforaphane. It provides antioxidants. So as you can see, what we need to bombard is antioxidants, anti-oxidation. I know you have heard about antioxidants, phytochemicals, oxidative stress. Do you understand all those 3 terms? When you say antioxidant, it's for the body to reduce the oxidation that's happening. It's like riding in a car. And then the car is taking you everywhere, but it's emitting gas, right? In the body, we have oxidation. That's the gas of all the chemical process that we have. So if you have antioxidants being taken in the form of cruciferous, this is one of those that I'll be discussing. It limits the number of fume or gas coming out. They are being processed that it will not be deadly to the others. When the oxidation stress is high, then the chances of the cells to be damaged is very high as well. Imagine, just think of us being at the bottom of the car exhaust, and we're smelling that every time. What do you think will happen to you? You'll get sick. The same way with the cells in the body. If they keep on being exposed to this oxidation and it doesn't go down, then definitely they'll be sick also. Okay? So, a high So it has an anti-inflammatory properties and detoxification of harmful substances, and high dietary intake of cruciferous vegetables associated with a lower risk of breast, endometrial, ovarian, prostate, stomach, liver, pancreas, colon, and lung cancer, and should be eaten on a daily basis. Now, if you're going to ask us, because our family is into plant-based food for 17 years now, and so far we're still alive. Okay? So, praise God, because that's what the Bible says so. Plant-based food. So we're following that. If you're going to ask me, how can I incorporate this food into the body? Kale, we can smoothie it. Can put it in the drink. You blend some kales with bananas and strawberries, or mixed berries with avocado, and your choice of milk, almond milk. I'm not telling cow's milk, huh? Almond milk, hazelnut milk, coconut milk, soy milk, cashew milk. You put some milk on that. And then with flaxseed, that is high in omega-3. That's another thing also. It's an anti-inflammatory. So you're making a you're making a smoothie full of antioxidants in that form of smoothie. The cabbage, you can make it into salad. Okay? You can juice the cabbage as well, as long as you're eating a variety on a daily basis. It has no overdosage. You can eat as much as cruciferous vegetables in different form as you want. You can saute, you can blanch, you can grill, whatever you want to do. You can make it into salads. There's so many things you can do. Now, another thing is beetroot. Have you seen this? Yeah. So beetroot is well known because of its betaine or betalains from beetroot, which is another kind of antioxidant. The betalains, which laboratory studies suggest could be both harm and cancer protective. So in animal studies, beet seems to inhibit carcinogen formation and increase production of immune cells and body enzymes that help fight cancer development. As much as you put different colors in your food, bright colors if you have cancer or been diagnosed or wants to prevent cancer, put as many colors in your food in different forms. In beetroot, it is good juice if you don't want to eat it. Okay? As long as you put it inside. It could be a cup of beetroot chopped as salad for a daily basis, apart from your cabbage and your broccolis. So there's a lot that you can do from this. And it's an excellent source of folate and B vitamins. So for those who are having some nerve problem, this is also good. That's the good thing of plant-based diet. Because of the vitamin that it has, it could give you not only cancer protection, but also heart, kidney, liver protection. And these are the major organs in the body. Next, celery. Celery has lunularin, bergaptan, and polyacetylene. Okay, and these are also antioxidants. Well-known variety of flavonoids and vitamin C is this kind of plant. So they help cancel out natural chemicals of your body called free radicals. So as you can see, free radicals are byproduct of oxidation as well. The problem with cancer patients, because the body is not able to determine the oxidation, it builds up and builds up to the point that the cells are all damaged. So we need to be mindful of that. So if we put this as part of your diet on a daily basis, because we have wear and tear, when you get out, you don't know how much exposure will you be for all the different chemicals outside, even here in this room. And the food that you eat is not protective, then you'll end up with some sickness or disease. Okay? Now, the beautiful carrots. As you can see, there's different colors of the carrots. They belong to carotenoids, and this pigment that gives fruit and vegetables such as carrots, cantaloupe, sweet potato, and kale. They're vibrant orange, yellow, and green colors. So, get your carotenoids. another thing, if you cannot eat food that is rich in carotenoids and it goes with a food supplement, please don't take it. It should not be in a supplement form. The best that we can give to our body is food. Supplement is just to supply a little bit, but the very good absorption is coming from food. So, get your carotenoids from food, not supplements. A supplement is linked with higher risk of lung cancer in male smoker and aggressive prostate cancer, also seen with increase in overall cardiovascular related death. So when you do your supplement, you should be asking someone, don't just take it as you wish, okay? And make sure that what you're going to have is the one that you're lacking, not just what you like. To be honest, you know, the multivitamins for me is a waste of money. Why? Because in multivitamins, I know people here will be, I'll get a multivitamins. When you get a multivitamins, it is having all the minerals and vitamins in less form. The problem is, let's say with copper and other molybdenum and so many minerals, if it's too much in your body, it could hurt the other organs. And because you have a good level, you'll be exceeding. So the supplement is good for those who are lacking. And especially for supplement that is needed. If it's not needed, don't take it, just eat it. Okay? So there is no one size fits all, like what I'm telling a while ago. Take this and you will be okay. It will supply. It doesn't work that way. Because your body is different from mine. My need is different from yours. That makes us unique. So what works for let's say for her doesn't work for me. Because we're different. Okay? Next, the family of gingers. So I hope that even if you are not diagnosed with cancer, we're talking about prevention as well. Make sure that you have intake of either this, white ginger, and the best of all, turmeric. Turmeric is one of my well-loved ginger because this is scientifically studied. There's so many things that curcumin has done with people with cancer, and not only with cancer, with heart disease, liver problems. Turmeric is a very good kind of tumors. Okay? Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent that inhibits tumors' blood supply, regulates tumor cell death, stimulates the immune system, may reduce chemotherapy, drug resistance, and may enhance effect of radiation therapy for those who are into it. Now, there are some patients who are into chemo. They have decided to do that. Chemo, radiation, you know. It is nice that they will pair it with food. Meaning, they don't just put it like that will only do the rest. You get help from eating best kinds of food for you, and I am discussing this right now. So, you can have variety on your food with all this that I am telling you, the cruciferous, the beetroot, the carotenoids, you know, the carrot, the celery, and now the curcumin and the white ginger that you can boil as tea. You know, make sure that you're having an intake on a daily basis. That's how it is. With health, you need to put something on it so you can have to reap the benefit. Okay? This is another one, green tea. Green tea. So, I have some samples here. Yes. This is the turmeric. Sorry, I forgot I have this. Yeah. If you cannot get the root, you can have the powder form. Now, I'll tell later how to use it, but I know our brothers and sisters from India is very well acquainted with turmeric. And you know, in India, they have very low cases of breast cancer and prostate. It's because this is part of their diet, okay? Which for us, we really don't. After in the Philippines, they don't really care for this. But actually, this is something that needs to be a part of our daily habit. Now, the green teas. We have tea bags, right? You can see mint green tea, anything that's green tea. What is good with green tea? This has ECGC. This kind of antioxidants has thought to protect against many potential carcinogenic oxidative triggers. So they have seen also in laboratory that it prevents the effect of the preventive cancer effects, no? Like tumor cell death by inhibiting tumor blood supply. So the good thing with this green tea, as I have mentioned a while ago, if a tumor is enlarging, it means it has a blood supply. We should halt the blood supply. And green tea is very good at that. This is tested already in research, that they have seen that having this flavonoid combined with mushroom, later on I'll show you, that it has a good effect on that, on halting the blood supply of tumor. So another molecular basis of action is the apigenin and luteolin. So this vegetable is also, this kind of food sources from this kind of antioxidants is very well known to what? Inhibit the cancer growth. So you can get it from parsley, onions, apples, basil, celery root. The tea is the green tea. Peas, artichoke, feverfew, orange juice, grapefruit, and alfalfa. So if you just put it in, I know I think I'm talking jargon now, but the point is, the plant-based food has different kinds of antioxidants. They have phytochemicals, plant chemicals that protect the cells from damage. And that's the same phytochemical that the plant used for the insects to repel them, not to destroy them. And if we're putting it inside our body, then definitely it will have a good effect. Now, as you can see, I have the clean 15 and the dirty dozen. This clean 15, as much as possible, do not worry even if it's not organic. Okay, this clean 15. They are not being infected by pesticides. But the dirty 12, the dirty dozen or the dirty 12 are laden with pesticides. So if you have any chance or point to get something on the dirty dozen, make sure it's something that is local. Let's say tomato, UAE, better than getting a tomato that is from somewhere. Because the pesticides that is in there is not as high. Because it needs to travel, right, to avoid spoilage. So if it's local, the more that's the one you need to choose. Cucumber, UAE, get that, rather than cucumber from somewhere. Because you have reduced the number of pesticides, unless otherwise you go home and plant your own. Then you know. That is safe. But as long as you're not the one planting, make sure that you have a good choice. Now, if let's say that you cannot be able to buy something from the dirty dozen that is local or organic, please wash it well. You can soak it in sodium bicarbonate or sodium or bicarbonate of soda. In cooking, in baking, that's bicarbonate of soda. That's a very good way to clean your vegetables by soaking them there for us, we can put it overnight, the one that we're going to use the next day. Because we don't have an apple tree here. We only have moringa tree at the backyard. So as long as you're not the one planting, might as well wash your produce very well. Soak it in the sodium bicarbonate. If you don't have, you can soak it per liter. Per liter of water, you can have like a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons, depending on the amount of the produce you want to clean. And soak it, leave it there, and wash it well. There's a study that by doing that, we are reducing the pesticides for almost 70%. Okay? So it's not too high, it's not too bombarded for the liver to disintegrate. And please peel it. Okay, because we don't know where it came from. Sometimes when you hold the vegetables, the smell is like gas. There's a smell that is not natural anymore. Make sure you clean it well, you soak it. There's some vegetable wash if you want something that is like soap, you can do that. Or if you have a dishwashing liquid that is plant-based and you really want to wash your produce, do it. And then still soak it and wash it with sodium bicarb. Okay, sodium bicarbonate. So these are at least you have an idea. Now the juice contents, we're going back. As I have mentioned a while ago, in overdosing nutrients, juicing is the best way. Because a person who you want to put on natural remedy to increase the carotene is for them to eat 2.2 pounds of carrots a day. And that's too much for one person. Even us, we cannot even eat one whole carrot, right? So for me to eat like 8 carrots, I can juice it and be able to get it inside my body. The juicer is like you're having like 10 sets of teeth with you chewing it. So you can get the nutrition full pack. That's the good thing with juicing, especially for cases of cancer. Okay, but in different cases, I would advise smoothie, as I have mentioned. Now, this is a well-known juice formula. Can you see it well there? This is the juice formula 1 that is being used by Gerson Institute in the US. So it's an institute in the US that is adhering to plant-based and using juicing in order to combat cancer. So this is a very good combination. If you have friends, this is only one. I have 3 recipes that you can use so that they'll not be like tired of drinking the same over and over. But this is a very good combination. 3 to 5 pieces of carrots, 1 to 2 stalks celery, half beetroot, a slice of ginger root, turmeric root that you can stand, 1/4 lemon or lime, 1 green apple, and 1 clove garlic. The thing is, you need to make about 1.9 liters to consume in a day. If we're talking about therapy of nutrition, that's how it is. Like this one. Another therapy is the apple and carrots by Gerson therapy as well. So 3 carrots, 1 apple. That is the ratio. For you to make 64 ounces or equivalent to 1.9 liters. I know you're telling me, that's too much. But we are overdosing. We need it. Unless otherwise you go for chemo, if that's what the route you want to. But this is the best route that the body will not be destroyed. Okay? So the goal is 1.9 liters divided into 6 doses given, taken before a meal, so that is 3. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, taken before a meal, and 2 hours after the meal. Okay, this is another juice combination. And the other one is the Bruce juice formula. So juice formula to make up to 64 ounces, and that is half beetroot, 1 carrot, 1 celery stalk, half potato, and 1 radish. It's like you're making like 4 parts of that until you make 1.9 liters. I'm talking about therapy already. But let's say you don't have cancer. You have no problem with that. You can have this juice in the morning before anything. Before you are eating any solids, have this juice as a protective, preventive. Okay, any of these 3 that I have mentioned is a good combination for cancer, especially if you know that in your family there runs some cancer, type of cancer. This is protective. Okay. So another thing is salad. So we have juicing, we have salads, and the salads, as you can see, there is a study that there are common vegetables that are very good in cancer prevention, and one of those is garlic. Now, I want, where's Emma and Amy? Come. I want you to taste this. This is what we call black garlic. Have you tasted black garlic? Okay. The reason of garlic that is good for cancer patients is because of their compound known as allicin. The allicin is a very good anti-cancer and it's an antioxidant that is very potent, and I want you to have a taste of this. Okay? I just harvested my black garlic not too long ago, last 2 days ago. And I want you to have a taste of that. You can buy it in the store, but you can make it your own. Okay? Ate, tulungan mo ate. They don't know what to do. Get 1 clove. And I want you to taste this black fermented garlic. The reason is this. The aging process causes the black garlic to contain substantial more antioxidants than the raw garlic. We know that the raw garlic is very important in cancer treatment. Okay? So, because of the allicin that gives garlic its pungent odor when crushed, it converts into antioxidant compound like alkaloids and flavonoids as black garlic ages. So the good thing, it helps protect your cells from damage. Yeah. You can feel it and taste one. It tastes like produce or raisin. It's not pungent at all. It's sweet. You open it and you taste it. You are putting antioxidants 10 times more than a raw garlic because it's fermented. You taste it first and you'll see. Give me one. You know, my husband is having this every day. 4 cloves a day. He's having his juices, he's having this garlic, he's having his seeds, turmeric shot, and that herbal tea. Have you tasted it? How does it taste? Does it taste like garlic already? No more. It tastes like...
How many in a day?
Normally, we just have like 3.
Tastes sweet. Now, this could be a therapy for patients with cancer and preventive for those who don't have. Just take 4 of this daily without food. That can be. Right? And you know what I use with this? If you keep the skin, for those with fungal infection like athlete's foot, it's good to soak your feet on this. It's good to soak your feet on this skin of the black garlic because it's antifungal. Any diseases of the foot, you know, it's good soap. I know this is something new to you, but this is something that is very nice if you incorporate on your daily diet. Okay? Now, look at this. There is a 2014 studies that found that the total antioxidant activity increased significantly in black garlic during aging. What we want is this antioxidant inside, right? We want to have as much antioxidant because daily we're having oxidation. That's a normal process. It's natural. We age, we oxidize. Just like an apple. You peel an apple, later it's black. The same way with us, we are exposed outside, there's a lot of oxidation happening. And then when you age, that's the time that the system starts to deteriorate. So with you having antioxidants, you tend to increase your oxidation level to down. You increase your you decrease your oxidation level, it goes down. So your aging is delayed. Though like my husband says a while ago, still you will end up to that, but we're delaying it. You know, as long as you delay the aging, the system is still functioning like when you were 30. You know that you have a biological age and chronological age? That you are 50 but your body is 70 years old. Because the system is working like a 70. The liver is 70 years old, but you're only 40. You're starting to die at an early time. That's the reason why. Okay? Next. There are 2 groups of vegetables that are potent in cancer killers. And this is something that you incorporate daily. The allium family, which is the garlic family, and the cruciferous, which is the cabbage and the broccoli. That is one of the things. So, greater vegetable and fruit intake is associated with lower breast cancer among Chinese women. It was a study in 2009. I cannot go through all the details, but I hope you can get it. It's in the internet anyway, studies about the power of vegetables and fruits. Now, in making your giant salad, make sure you have some leafy greens. This is the choices. This is a very big anti-cancer salad made of leafy greens. You can choose what greens you like. It could be kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, purple cabbage, anything from the cabbage or the cruciferous family. You put it in. Then you can put some walnuts, sprouted lentils, beans, then your dressings with a lot of garlic, no, limes, and spices. Then the spices that are potent for cancer that you can incorporate, as I have mentioned a while ago, the turmeric. Cinnamon is also one. Cayenne pepper, cumin powder, garlic powder, black pepper, apple cider vinegar. The apple cider I have leaked. So you know that when you buy an apple cider vinegar, you don't get the without the mother. Then you give it to me, Gabe. Gabe, the apple cider. Sorry. There. This is apple cider vinegar. When you buy this, make sure you have that at the bottom. They will tell you apple cider vinegar with the mother because it still has some apple that is still fermenting there. This is what we call additional gut microbiome. That's why we can incorporate this in our teas. You can put it in your tea, in your dressing of the salad, and you can put some oil, olive oil or hemp oil, no, or hemp seed. Anything that is plant-based is something good for you to use. Another thing is the cancer-fighting fruit. Now they have tested some fruits that are very potent in cancer, and I know there are common fruits here that is being mentioned. Apple, red grape, strawberry, peach, lemon, pear, banana, orange, grapefruit, and pineapple. But you know, in this study, it was pointing to cranberry as the topmost. But the one that is being mentioned has anti-proliferative activity for the cancer not to multiply. Okay? I know the Indian brothers and sisters know this. Amla. Right? Amla fruit. Have you seen an amla fruit here? You know, one time I brought it in the Philippines, it did not sprout. But anyway, that amla is a very good source of vitamin C. It has been studied in several medical magazines and medical researches that this anti-tumor effect of this amla has really made a big difference for a cancer cell to collapse. And I know if you have access, sometimes it's not available, but you can buy it online into powdered form, and you can put a teaspoon twice a day in your teas, like in a tea, powdered. You can have this amla as powdered form, and you can use that. Effect of amla fruit has been seen with type 2 diabetes and lipid profile patient with problems with cholesterol. Now the thing is, most of the time, a patient with cancer has a history of, as I have mentioned, our diabetes. But because they have good amount of sugar in the blood, so the cancer cells are feasting on them. So the best is for you to make your level of sugar and cholesterol at a very low or normal range, as much as below normal, not high normal. When I say below normal, the 70 range on a fasting, because the normal is 70 to 110 milligrams per deciliter. If you see, oh, I'm 65, then you're a little bit low. You put a little bit orange juice and you'll pick up. But the thing is, you should be at the 70, 80, but not beyond 110. It's like you're fasting and your blood sugar is 110, high normal, and you'll be eating. So what is your sugar going to be? More than how it is. So target it at the low normal range than the high normal range. Okay? And amla fruit is very good at that. When they have seen this, it has helped patients with diabetes and cholesterol problems. It tends to increase the good cholesterol that the body really have. So whatever bad cholesterol you're getting from outside, the good cholesterol will stop it from increasing because they don't go increase together as much together. This is the one I'm talking about. Dietary intake of mushroom and green tea has been found out to be good as prevention. No? Mushrooms, especially the shiitake, maitake, are very good for cancer patients. With a green tea as a drink of its own. So, the apple peel extract. The Gala apples in this study is very high in antioxidants. the skin of the apple. But as I have mentioned before, if you're not sure if it says it's not organic, you might as well wash it well. But that particular apple, the Gala apple, is the one very high with APE, or the apple peel extract, that has high antioxidants. So you can have a choice on that. And these are the cancer-fighting foods. As you can see, there's a lot. Number one in the list there, I think that I could say really that's very high, are the cruciferous. The broccoli, the kale, the green leafy are very good for cancer patients. And the choices of cancer-fighting spices. The garlic, the ginger, the cinnamons, the turmerics, and the cayenne pepper. The cayenne pepper is just but a pinch because of the capsaicin. It's like, the capsaicin in cayenne in particular, has antioxidant, and also it opens up arteries. For those with hypertension, consider this first. Before drinking any blood pressure medication, try it first. And it really works wonders. It's like you're taking nitroglycerin. You know the nitroglycerin, you're putting it under the tongue. With cayenne pepper, it's the variety is the cayenne. It's not any other variety. The cayenne itself. It says when you buy it in the supermarket, it says cayenne pepper. Just have a pinch, put it under the tongue if you're having high blood pressure. Okay? And for a patient with cancer, you can add it as a spice to your salad. And that will be another consideration. If you want to prevent cancer, this should be a part of your kitchen cupboards. Now, that kind of spices. With cinnamon, you can make a tea out of this, or you can incorporate it in your dishes like the biryani. The biryani has cinnamon parts, so you can have that. You can put it in your dishes. As much as possible, go for, if you need to fry, we have studied also air frying. Air frying is really good for lowering cholesterol because it has really decreased the cholesterol level of the food because it's animal based at 50 to 55%. So we're cutting halfway. So avoid burning the food or frying food at a level that is very high. Make sure that the heat is not high to boil the oil. Enough heat, but not to the point of burning the oil. Especially for the oil, you need to have good choices of oil. Because if the oil choices you have are the kind that could be destroyed by heat, like vegetable oil is not good at heat, they are not heat resistant. The best is go for sunflower oil if you want to use oil for sauteing, but not the other oils. Olive oil is good as cold, meaning in salads. But olive oil is not good being heated up for frying. It's good only for little heat, but not to the boiling heat. Okay? Now, I'm almost done with my slide. I want to share with you the miracle of spontaneous remission. Even sciences and medicine cannot explain this. There are patients that will come, I'm having positive HER2, HER2, blood test, meaning positive for breast cancer. And after 3 months, they go back to the doctor and the doctor says, we cannot see anything anymore. We call it spontaneous remission. Medicine could not explain it. It only means one thing. The body knows how to heal by itself. You just have to support it during the time of healing. So, beating cancer naturally, it requires a lot of what? Dedication and persistent effort. You put something there, you will reap what you have sown. Okay? It doesn't come by surprise like, Lord, help me to get well, and you're still exposing yourself with what will not be of good to you, then it will not be able to have an effect. You need to work hand in hand with what God says it is. So that includes changes in diet, nutrition and lifestyle, eliminating and avoiding toxin, and stress management in addition to cancer-fighting and immune-boosting herbs and other natural supplements. I want to share with you, this chamomile tea is one of the kind of tea. It's an herbal tea, it's a flower that is very good for patients with cancer who cannot sleep, especially they are under anxiety. You know, if you're diagnosed like, oh no, will I die tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. This will be a very good addition for their therapy. You know? Give this to them an hour before. 2 bags can help them relax immediately every night so they can be at peace. And another one is dandelion. Dandelion root as part of the green tea. And this together is very potent antioxidants as prevention and also for therapy of cancer patients. Okay? So what are the 10 important tips for someone with cancer? Number 1, you eat healthy, you drink smoothie, or you can have your juices, don't stress. If you have questions, ask your doctor what is happening, so at least you are informed. Get educated. Do not just follow the group as if going to. You should know what's happening with you. You should be taking control of your health. You exercise. You don't smoke. For those your relatives who are smoking and drinking and they were diagnosed of any kind, whether it is not lung cancer and let's say they developed breast cancer and they were smoking. Oh, it's okay because it's breast cancer, it's not lung cancer. No, completely we should tell them you should remove that because it's oxidation. We need to reduce oxidation in the body. You support your immune system by eating right? Because your gut microbiome is part of your immune system. They work hand in hand together. And it is okay to cry and feel scared. Have time with God and then don't give up. So you should know how to eat right so that you will be protected from this cancer thing, from this deadly cancer. Okay? Now I want to share with you as an endpoint about blue zones. Have you heard about blue zones? Who heard about blue zones? Yes, I think only 2-3 people have heard about blue zones. Blue zones are the different countries, placed in different countries that have centenarian, meaning 100 and above. And the Loma Linda in California is part of it. So we have Loma Linda in California, the SDAs. They are in the study, by the way. It's a very long study about blue zones. We have in Costa Rica, no? We have in Sardinia, Italy. We have in Greece, and we have in Japan. You know what the common thing of them? They eat plant-based food. And they have, for Greece, they have reduced amount of animal products, especially with Okinawa, Japan. They are fishermen, but they don't eat their fish. They eat their beans and their rice. And they got so umay now with the fish. You know, when you're seeing fish every time. And the Okinawans are very good in eating plant-based. And most of all, the Loma Linda. They are looking at these blue zones, how these people are living 100 and above. And I want you to meet this doctor. I hope I can play it here. Ano yun, ate? Nag-play ba ito, ate? Dito. An Adventist, and during this interview, he's 97, and he is a cardiologist, a heart surgeon. Okay, iyan na natin din. May na. Ano pa, ayun.
Robust would be one way to describe Dr. Ellsworth Ware. A 100-year-old retired heart surgeon occasionally does his own yard work. He walks regularly, still drives. You drove here today.
Driving is nothing. I was going 95, assisting. I could have done heart surgery, but it wouldn't have been fair to the patient because sometimes you need reserve strength. If you gave me something to memorize, I would memorize it just as quickly now as I would when I was 20. How is your health? Oh, superb. I haven't got an ache or a pain.
The great-grandfather believes his plant-based diet plays a big part in all this.
If your blood cholesterol is under 150, your chances of having a heart attack are pretty small. Now, my blood cholesterol is 117. There's no chance of me having a heart attack.
So you're heart attack proof.
Let us say, I'm dealing in an area which I understand.
Perhaps another key to wearing longevity, not letting problems weigh you down.
How big a role does stress play in your life? And
You asked the wrong person. I have a philosophy, you do the best you can, and the things you can't do anything about, don't give any thought to them.
what motivates you nowadays?
I feel that I have to make a contribution. When I was doing surgery, I made it by operating. Now I try to make it by thinking about preventive medicine.
And showing people just what 100 years old can look like. Dr. Sanjay, good to see you in. Reporting.
Okay, if you're going to go through with this, and I'm going to go back with what my husband has talked a while ago for the morning divine, the message this morning. You know that this doctor died at 110? He died at 110. Not because of a heart attack, but because the body is aging, right? So he ended up there as well. But the thing is, he used his capacity to serve, to have a contribution to the field where he is in. He found his purpose. You know that he changed his lifestyle only at 50 years old. He was not like since teenager. If you're going to look at him, how he was going through plant-based, it was only at 50 that he changed his diet. But look at him, right? He was able to enjoy at least and be a blessing to others for his age.
Dear Lord, Father in heaven, we thank you so much for this presentation as it opens our eyes to the natural remedies that we can use to heal the body. For you are the God of all of these things. You made these things naturally to heal us. And now as we go our separate ways, we ask and pray that you bless the family as they travel back up to Dubai. Give them safe traveling mercies and bless each and every person here now as we go our separate ways. Give us the rest of this Sabbath to just continue praising you and bless us through this new and untried week. These and many other blessings we ask in your holy name. Amen.